serious black.
Yeah.
Would you please give a warm welcome to the man who will moderate this evening's Q&A with our guest, Mr. Malcolm McDowell. Would you please welcome Mr. Gary Oldman, right here.
I'm digital. I feel like I met most of you outside. Well, welcome to the Alex Theatre for this event tonight, appropriately named. We don't have a great deal of time, so I won't waste any of it. Let's meet the leading man of A Clockwork Orange. Ever since this movie came out in 1971, he has amazed and entertained us, inspired us. He is a personal hero of mine. So it gives me great pleasure to introduce to you a British icon, a legend, the droog of all droogs. Mr. Malcolm McDowell.
Thank you.
So let me start with a serious question, somewhat, and I'll start at the end, and work back. Obviously, there was a lot of controversy over Clockwork, and of course, Kubrick pulling it from theaters. And the so-called sort of copycat violence. It seems odd to me that they would put the blame of responsibility at the feet of the perpetrator. And instead it was sort of laid at the feet of Kubrick and Anthony Burgess, who I think at the time said, "Why should I be responsible for man's inherent hatred of man? I didn't invent violence, I'm just depicting it."
Right.
But did you go through a sort of weird time by association? Were you as the leading actor in the movie given a hard time?
Well, I was to a certain extent, but you know, one is an actor. You're asked to play a psychotic killer, you know. And you're asked not only to play a psychotic killer, but you're also asked to make the audience like you. Which haven't been done up to that time. Can you think of another anti-hero? Because I can't. And so it was new ground. But you know, anything with Kubrick, of course, was new ground. I mean, he was, you know, the governor, because he'd done, just the movies he'd done before Clockwork were go back to Paths of Glory, and then Spartacus, Lolita, Strangelove, 2001. I mean, the man was the resident genius, you know.
So he had presumably had seen you in.
He saw me in If.